So think about it. If God tells us something, we best believe it because it's the truth. He wants us to trust Him. I know it's hard sometimes because we're weak and we're frail and we're humans. And we fail sometimes. We do. I know. I do it all the time. But the reality is that as much as possible, the best that we can, let us trust Him and not question what He does. Even when things and the situations and circumstances look impossible. I'm too old. It's way past the time. It's already, this can't happen, God. It can't happen. With God, nothing is what? Impossible. All things are possible to what? To them that believe. And that's the point that God is saying to us here this morning. God hears those prayers. He has a purpose in mind. He wants to fulfill His purpose in us. And He wants to use us, as He did in Zacharias and Elizabeth. And the truth is that He wants, this truth is the gospel. The gospel is Jesus in us. The hope of glory in us, in Jesus. And He wants us to believe that what He says is true. And trust Him for it. Trust Him. No matter when everyone else is saying it can't happen, when our flesh is saying it can't happen, when the enemy is whispering in our ear, it can't happen. Because he does whisper in our ear. And some of us don't think that the enemy works. He does. He roars around like a prowling lion, seeking them whom he can devour. Think about that. He does all the time. So he tries to take God's people out. Yes, little old me, little old you. And the reality is that we can't believe those lies. But believe His truth. And what God says is true. Because when we do, what happens? We're recipients of God's wonderful blessing, and others are recipients of His wonderful blessing as well.